Greetings, I'm Pillar Naxx's the Ancient Gladiator today with Showdown. Yep, I'm keeping the series going as long as I've got two-player games to feature. So, we've got War Chest, because I apparently forgot that I have War Chest as a two-player game for this series. Very specifically, we'll be doing the historical battle setup of Battle of Bannockburn. So, over on the English side, we have the following. Hold on. We've got the footmen. You can have two footmen units. Normally, you're limited to a single unit of a single type. And as a tactic, perform one maneuver with each footman unit on the board. Cavalry. Tactic, move and then attack. Lancer. Move one or two spaces and then attack all in a straight line. The tactic is the only way they can attack. And Archer. Tactic, attack. Unit two spaces away, ignoring intervening units. They can only attack with that tactic. So we've got some limitations, but also some flexibility. Over on the Scottish side, you got the Warrior Priest. After attacking or controlling, they can draw a coin from the bag and use it immediately. Take any action. Like have, move two spaces as a tactic. Swordsman. After this unit attacks, it can move. Good run. And finally, Pikemen. After being attacked, they attack now. So you're going to have to take bolstered units to deal with pikemen. All right, so bags are set up. Scottish side's going first. So let's see what they got to deal with. They have the royal coin, like have, and swordsman. So what they probably want to do is start off with a face-up deployment of the light cavalry. English side, for their turn, also has their royal coin. They also have a footman and an archer. It might be in their best interest to get the archer out there to prepare to deal with the light cav. Go to the Scottish side, once again. Going to see here. Thing is, the pikeman's not going to be good against the archer. The light cav might, more of the light cav might be key. The warrior priest might also be useful. So they're going to discard face down and add a warrior priest to their discard, I believe. Let's see. Recruits. Start to recruit a new coin. Recruiting new coins. It goes face up in your discard. Right. They're also going to look at the situation and do the same. Let's see. So discard face down. Well, let's look at this. Like Hav's going to be fast. Let's see. A Lancer might be an interesting option. But we've already got a Footman. An extra Footman for better flexibility and moving stuff around. We'll go with that. Scottish, their final moves it around. It's going to be to deploy the swordsman. And then the English side is going to go ahead and discard face down and claim the initiative to go first next turn. All right. So end of the round. Fresh initiative. And then redraw. So if you're not familiar with War Chest, the goal is to place all your control markers on these spaces. You'll start with 2, and then in a 2-player game, you'll need to place 4 more. There's 3 right next to you, and the other one's going to require getting into enemy territory. So the English have their 3. And again, I said it before, and I'll say it again, the bag design is really nice. And the Scottish have their 3. All right. So when the bags run out, they'll restock with the discards. So usually the best time to recruit is right when you're about to reestablish your bag. So English going first. Go ahead and deploy the cavalry. The Scottish, as they open up a control point to get anyone else out, going to maneuver using the swordsman to move a swordsman by 1. We can work on this flank. We in this position to cover whichever one makes sense to cover. Okay, in English, they're gonna maneuver their light cav, or their cav. They have nobody to attack with their tactic, so it's gonna straight up move and get in position for that control point. Scottish, knowing that there's another warrior priest coming, might deploy the warrior priest. But with the cav over here, it might be a good idea to have the pikemen ready. The lancer, either lancer will go ahead and deploy, so we got more to work with. And finally, there's nowhere to deploy, so discard face down and either take the initiative or recruit. Having another pikeman might help defensively, reactively. We've got a swordsman out there. We can bolster the swordsman. He can deal with whatever happens over on this flank. Go ahead and take the swordsman. Zerg, great. Alright, so initiative did not change. So once again, English will be going first on this round. Exactly 3 coins left. So now's a good time to recruit, depending. Alright. Alright, English. They've got no good spot to make use of their tactic. They're going to can't really move the cav. So go ahead and move the Lancer. No one's really pushing this side too hard. So at the very least, we'll go there. Over here, we'll go ahead and use the tactic on the light cavalry to move 2 spaces. And now they're in a good position to take that control point. Back to this side. Archer is going to move to be in a better position to deal with light cav. Over here, let's see, going to bolster the pikemen. That way, they're better defended. But now I have an issue. There's only 4 pikeman ships, and I already put 2 of them together. I'm going to need to recruit another pikeman. Back to this side, footmen. So now's a good time to recruit. I'm going to be reshuffling in anyway. We're currently down by 3, because we got 3 out of the bag. But for recruit, that puts us at 7, which is going to maybe throw off the rhythm a little bit. What we want to be able to do is make the most of that archer. So discard face down, recruit archer. Okay. And then recruit pikemen or steal the initiative. I think what we do is steal the initiative. The pikeman can hold this control point for a minute. All right, end of the round. Reset. Set that. All right, both bags are empty, so both bags get refilled with their respective discards. It turns out I already did some recruiting, so it's going to be off a little bit. That's our. All right. So we'll start off. Their choice out of these 3. And we'll start off with choice out of these 3. Try to keep it somewhat a surprise. All right. They're going to maneuver, and they're going to take control at this point. So now, even if the archer does kill them, they'll have to get moving to take the control point back. And of course, they don't have an archer to work with. The Lancer is not really in the best spot. So what we're going to do is maneuver the cavalry to a place where they can try to take control on a future turn. But I don't have any extra recruits of them in there. It's going to be the tricky part. All right. So back to this side. Because the cavalry is right there, they can move and attack. So what I'm going to do is bolster the swordsman. Now, there's 2 out there. There's 2 left. I still have 1 left in the bag because there's 5 swordsmen. So I don't need to worry too much about that. The lancer or the footman. think what I'm going to do is see, set the Lancer to be in a position where, if necessary, they can counter someone coming this way or that way. But it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If they move the Lancer this way, they can cover this point if needed. Cavalry can cover this point. And then finally, they're going to spend their last ship face down and recruit another pikeman. So they actually move that stack. They're going to use their footmen and face down and steal the initiative. Okay. Other stuff to play, token flips, and restock the hands. So 3 points to 2. However, these are in a position that anything could happen now. Jeez. All right. So, Archer is going to attack a unit 2 spaces away. So, the like have is now no longer available for the Scottish. They would have to recruit more. There's still 3 left, though. So, it is possible. Discuss. It'll be a very interesting round ahead. Warrior Priest number 1 on the newly established control point. Now, if there's another archer out there, then I'm in trouble. Okay. Instead, there's footmen. So, send one to this point. Back to the Scottish. Warrior Priest can move. Now, the archer can only attack using their tactic of shooting 2 spaces away. So the warrior priest is completely safe right there. And it comes back to deploying the other footmen. Normally, you're limited to putting one of a unit out. The footmen can you can have 2. And once again, warrior priests. They will attack. Archer is dead, and using their special ability to get an immediate coin to take any action. Swordsman. Right. Not in a very good position to work with. At least we're bolstered. Yeah, it's gonna be rough either way. All right. So end of turn. Initiative has not changed. New hand. No coins. So they only had 2 to draw, but unlike Hyperborea, you actually do get to reestablish your bag and draw what you're missing. And their bag's empty. They're actually down to 6 coins. I want to get another light cat out there. All right. So English going first. Interesting. So footman, double footman. So as a tactic, they can perform a maneuver each. So they're going to move here. I'm going to move here. Well, since we have it, might as well go warrior priest. Or since we can see clearly that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 means they aren't going to be able to move the footman for a while because they don't have to worry about it. Might as well make use of the swordsman and take control of point number 4. All right, back to English. Going to discard the royal coin face down and recruit another footman face up. So I'll be able to make more use of those. Back to the Scottish side. They're going to discard the light cav face down and take the light cav face up to have that available again. Back to the English side. An archer. They're down an archer for the casualties. There's at least one. There's one more still in the bag, probably. Normally, you're not allowed to examine your bags, but if you're paying attention to the counts on the cards and the coins that are out, you can kind of know what's available. So, because we're probably gonna end up restocking anyway. Next turn, go ahead and put the archer face down and recruit face up another archer. And then we've got an opportunity here. Attack with the warrior priest, which uses their ability to immediately take one additional coin and one additional action. That's it. So they're going to move over here as part of an effort to try to seize that point. All right. All clear. Initiative remains. Back to the draw. They had exactly 3 coins left. And then the Scottish side is down to 2. So that is a redraw on our end. Right. So what is the English side going to do here? All right. So as part of the Lancer's maneuver, they can tactic, move 1 or 2 spaces, and then attack in a straight line. The bolstered swordsman is removed, except they go to the discard pile, the permanent discard pile of dead. That's okay. The swordsmen will do their own maneuver of attacking the lancer, and then after the swordsman attacks, it can move. And to get away from the cavalry death zone, they're going to have to move back here. Okay. Speaking of, the cavalry did have their token. However, since they're occupying a control point, The smart move is to establish that control point for later. Back to this side. We're going to use this and recruit a new swordsman. And finally, back here, it's time to get the archer out there and just start kicking some ass. All right, that warrior priest has done enough work, and they're gonna take this last coin and discard it face down and seize the initiative. So end of the round, they're going first. All right, they managed to completely empty out their bag. So draw three new. Yeah, it's kind of wild how they're that for the base game and then each of the expansions, they've got these kind of historical setups, but then there's like where's the terrain, where's the other conditions that made that fight what it was. It'd be interesting to have a kind of a terrain system with this one. All right, so starting with Scottish warrior priest, which will establish control point number 5. And because they control, they get to draw an extra coin from the bag and do it immediately. Light Cav. I do, in fact, have another Light Cav in hand. So it's going there. Alright, back to their side. Just couldn't kill fast enough. Archer 1-2. You know what? I should be actually down another. Should I be down another Warrior Priest? I think so. Yeah, they should both be in this dead pile. Alright. Back to Scottish. Well, just have to hope long enough that they don't have another archer. Like have tactic is to move 2. Back to them. Going to footman, maneuver, and hope to pull another footman next turn. Back here, got a warrior priest. Let's see. Only got one other warrior priest token left to work with. So I gotta make it count. Or I can recruit another light cav and hope to pull out victory on the next move. Royal coin, they're gonna recruit, or they're gonna steal the initiative. They need to recruit the Lancer, because otherwise. Hmm. Because here's a quandary. They've got one dead Lancer, and they've got 2 available. If. Because there's still enough coins that I'm not going to refresh yet. So probably the smarter move is take the initiative. Because both hands are empty, new turn, they're going to go first. And that may be the key to avoiding the failure. They restock their bag completely. Let's see what happens. All right. Footman is exactly what they needed to kill the light cav. Right. Let's see. Now, the unfortunate thing is I've got the swordsman in play already. And I've got two other coins. What I need to do is bolster. Bolster the swordsman, then get him over there. Alright. So the calves can move and be in a position to deal with any trouble in about a 2 hex range. Here, swordsman is going to go ahead and move. And the cavalry gets close. I just have to hope. And finally, a lancer. Discard face down. Take another lancer. And finally, on the side, either recruit more sword or steal the initiative. Discard face down, steal the initiative, new round. Out of coins. Oh, still one coin left. Then refresh the bag. Draw two. Try not to spoil the surprise too much. Alright. Alright. So we got to work with here. Pikeman, Royal Coin, and Light Cav. So new is maneuver the pikeman towards this control point. We're here. The archers aren't really defending much by just sitting there. But now that we've got a lancer, go ahead and put them into play to deal with this nightmare. Over here, let's see. I'll discard the royal coin face down and recruit another sword. Going to move the archer towards the control point. We're here. Like have discard it. Recruit the other light cav. Running out of stuff to recruit over here. And then ditch the royal coin and take the initiative. I'm gonna be able to go first and deal with this. And around, new hand. See, I like the pace of this game, and I really want to play it with like other people. I just need to find a day today today to do like 2 player games. Play a lot of like multiplayer games, which is kind of rough for my 2 player game collection. So, alrighty, all right, they're going first. All right, so what I can do is move and attack the swordsman. So they're down by a chip. Okay. The warrior priest and light have. Well, We'll deploy the light cav on this point. And back to them. The archers. Archers are going to move and take out and sit on this control point, and hopefully they can stop the light cav on the next round. Warrior priests. Let's see. Don't have a whole lot over here. So we're going to send them over there to deal with the archers. Back here, footmen. Might as well get a second one into play to have that maneuverability. And finally, they're going to risk the initiative and move the warrior priest over to prepare for that attack. Very risky because I'm down to a single warrior priest token in the bag. Alright. Hands are clear, initiative remains. New round. Down to 2. Refresh. Yeah, I really want to test my strategies against someone else with this game. Because there's a lot of different units to mess with. A lot of different scenarios as well. Alright. Can we turn things around here? Alright. Yeah, we got a cavalry takes over this point. Over here. Sword. They can attack, and then they can move. Over here. See now they're in a weird spot. The Lancer would have to put themselves in a way to line up to take out the sword. Which is not a very helpful place to be in. So instead of moving the Lancer, we're gonna move the footmen. There we go. Over here. Light Cav is not in a good position to attack. To move them 2, we need to push them off. So let's see what we're gonna do here. We can move off the point and be ready to deal with whoever they can act against first. Back to here. Lancer is again not in a good position to do their straight line charge. So they're going to do is move here and hope to pull it on the next turn. So we're here at Royal Coin. You either recruit the last pikeman or seize the initiative. Seize the initiative and hope to win this as fast as possible. Alright. New hands. This might be the end. Let's see what happens. Alright. There we go. Swordsman. Break the control. Take it over. And that is the victory. Now the question is, play to the end of the round or call it right there. It's always a good thing to double check. Control. If you place your last control marker on the board, you win. There's no going to the end of the round. It's over. So the Scottish side wins. But I have to imagine how this would actually look following the actual historical maneuvers and everything else. Yeah, there's again with the base game and the expansions, they include some historical setups. I'm curious to see other historical setups using, both expansions along with the main game. Because Siege and Nobility each offer their own ways to mess with the way the game's played. Especially Nobility with its Proclaim, being able to make more use of the royal coins, and Siege with its fortifications and ways to deal with fortifications is something else to look into as well. Yeah, War Chest. There's your showdown. That's how a two-player game might might proceed. It might end. It is a war of attrition, and as you can see by the great pile of dead, it's you're gonna have to accept some losses in the process. But as long as you can secure your control points, you're gonna win. All right. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Showdown. I will consider what other games I can do two-player, and if I think it's gonna be a good fit for Showdown, I'm gonna go ahead and go for it. Because I'm sorry for trying to shut the door on the Showdown concept previously, but now that I'm starting to see where I can do the two-player games and they actually make sense, I'm definitely going to do more Showdown episodes. So stay tuned. All right, thank you very much for watching. This has been Pillar Nexus, the Ancient Gladiator. I'll see you next time.